welcome to Crumpets and Kerosene, an actual play 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons game. I am your host, Kelly, and today we're not really playing a game. Today we're going to do a quick and short, just hang out, talk session, get to know everybody a little bit more, and talk about our Patreon, talk about, we have a giveaway. We're going to roll through the hat here, and let's go around the table and everybody introduce yourselves. Not all of you start at once. Well, I'll start with...
All right.
We'll start with Allie. There, she's right next to me on the camera, so we'll start with you.
Hi, I'm Alison, and I play Sophia. Anything else you want?
No, a little bit about your character, and because if we have new listeners and they don't listen, they haven't caught up to the episodes, or they started something else,
She's a creepy girl, and yeah, that's basically it.
Creepy, right? All right.
She's a wizard artificer.
See, now I know what your class is, so that works out
perfectly. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, Lee, what do you got?
I'm Lee Baldwin. I play Laura. She is just sort of she tries to be good as much as she can, and she's having difficulties with her current group, but she's just here for the story, I would say.
Fair enough. In an interview I did yesterday, I was talking about your character and how we used the proton pack and stole your evil out of your body. They thought that was really cool.
Oh, yeah. That's super cool.
Cool. I have to change how I play my character, but I'll get it back.
Cool to be forced into changing everything about my character. It was great, yeah.
Don't worry.
You are now the one sober person on our night out. Babysitting us all.
You can get drunk and still be good. I think it's fine.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because we have a need to look after us.
Yeah, it certainly was kind of a wrench in the works, but it's not necessarily the worst thing. Like, if she's forced to become evil, that would have been more difficult. This is just sort of like a twist on what she was already doing, and I think playing lawful characters is kind of underrated anyway. A lot of people are more prone to play neutral or chaotic because it allows them to, just do whatever they want in any given situation. So lawful is interesting. It's certainly something I don't like to do a lot. That's why it was kind of annoying at first, but you just got to play it differently, right?
Yeah. You do really good. You played your character too. Like, you still do some of your old stuff, and then occasionally you're like, I free all the souls, or I give them all of them. So it's like, wow, okay, all right, good. She's still doing it. I got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't want to. The hardest thing about playing a lawful character, I would say, is like not getting in the way of other people's decisions. I don't want to mess with if one of you wants to do something stupid and steal from some guy. It's not my place to tell you can't. I'm just going to tell you what my character would think of that. And she's going to judge because of that, but she's not going to stop you. I'm not the law. I just follow the law. So.
Fair enough. Speaking of law, let's go over to our law officer turned vigilante, Seth.
Hey guys, it's Seth. I play Merle. He used to be a cop. Now he's a little bit violent, or a war cleric as well as a rogue swashbuckler. Merle's getting mixed up in this weird world.
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually learning what everybody's classes are from this little get together. It's awesome.
Always a good hit from your DM.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you're finally figuring out what's going on, Kelly.
I know. It's been a trip.
What are we doing? Where are we?
Yeah, what is this? Yeah.
You're in charge, Kelly.
Wait, what?
Laura is. We've been over this.
You've done really good with your character. I really enjoy it. I'm going to come back to Alice and we'll talk about your character a little bit more since we dive in a little bit with every person. I don't want you to feel left out or anything. But
I talk a lot.
I think Merle's really came along and you've become like the dad figure to all the NPC children that happen to show up or be around.
Yeah,
reluctantly.
Merle acts like he hates it, but I think he kind of likes it.
Yeah.
Murderous
Really wants
uncle.
8 kids.
Yeah, likes it so much he slaughters them in cold blood. Yeah.
He wasn't even a kid. It's fine.
So if you listen to
Wasn't
that
he?
episode, you might change your mind about him. But
He
he's
wasn't
a good
actually
guy.
a child. No.
Listen, that guy had to die. It's nothing we can do about it.
I mean, he was a demon. I mean, obviously he had to go. Fair enough. All right. Well, we got our 2 new folks, and if you've listened to the last episode, they've actually been here for a very long time. A lot of stuff going on. I wasn't able to edit for about a week and a half of Crumpets and Kerosene and all this other stuff we're doing. But Jenna and Jason have been part of the crew for quite a while, but their episode finally came out. And why don't you, Jenna, go ahead and tell us a little bit about Serene.
Everybody, I'm Jenna. I am a dice maker. My business is Chaotic Click Clicks. Check us out. I play Serene on Crumpets and Kerosene, and it's interesting how she's fitting into this group because she is a eloquence bard, a yoga instructor, and if we're being real, a total hippie. Peace, love, nonviolence, all that. So I think it's interesting. The dynamics are going to be changing up a little bit. I think just, with the 2 new characters bringing their own unique elements in. Serene will not stop people from violence. She's just going to try to convince them that there's other ways to solve things. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've recorded, a few more episodes down the line, but I believe you're making some character art adjustments, and that'll be interesting. We'll post that when that episode comes up, so that it makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty wild. This character's doing great. I like the dynamics you bring with the yoga, and every day you're about putting your spell out there so everybody gets their benefits and stuff, but you play it into the game where it works.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was a fun touch.
He really believes in the power of yoga. So the crew only gets their, she's a inspiring leader. So they only get their inspiring leader benefits if they participate because she really believes in yoga.
The power of yoga.
I'm waiting for the moment where your character flips out and goes crazy. I can't wait. That's going to be awesome.
It's going to be great.
Not going to happen.
It.
No, it's just going to be fine.
And then we go to our amazing cleric, Jason. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about Quentin, the first Dungeons and Dragons lawyer that's still trying to practice his craft.
I think he might be still the first practicing fantasy lawyer, except for maybe Harvey Birdman and Ace Phoenix. But anyway.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right. Hi, I'm Jason. I am the owner and proprietor and sole employee of Dungeoneering with Jason, which is a dungeon master for hire. Business seems grandiose, but yeah, that's what I do on the side. So if you're ever looking for someone to create and DM a campaign for you, check me out on Instagram and Facebook. I'm playing Quentin Nosebaum, who is a lawyer in the real world who joined the game looking for people to get involved in a class action suit that he is pursuing. He's trying to sue the creators of the game for folks who went through physical and mental anguish. He doesn't quite realize as of now that he's actually trapped in the game, but I think he's slowly starting to realize that. He was told profusely by the partners at his law firm that they would be able to get him out. He'd be fine. He'd be all right. But he's starting to realize maybe they were feeding him a line. Quentin is an ambulance chaser. He follows the letter of the law, if not necessarily the spirit of the law. So while I'm technically a cleric of the law domain, he absolutely looks for any legal loophole that he can jump himself through. So if he can convince himself it follows the law, he'll break it if he can figure out a way to do it.
It's a genie.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah,
it's all about the fine print. You got to read that fine print. Yep.
Yeah, I like his character and the way you're playing him. I love the voice. You're really hanging on to it and you're really pushing it through. So it's really good.
I'm subjecting everyone to it. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, I've never played that before, so it's a really fun idea.
All right, I'll keep doing it then.
All right. Well, that's our crew. Just a little recap. Oh, you know what, Allie? I keep missing you every time. So let's talk about a little bit about little Sophia.
Yeah, Sophia is the youngest in the group. She is only 15. Very important to remember that, guys.
I've been trying to be protective.
Are you talking to us or the listeners on that one?
Bit of both.
Everybody.
On the safe side.
Everybody.
NPCs, listeners, players. Pretty much get everybody.
Yes. She's a little bit creepy. I don't think she really realizes she is, because in her own context, this is normal. This is fine. What is it that people think is so weird? But, she's homeschooled and very sheltered, and that sometimes affects your worldview.
Yeah, I like how you get into your character with the, you slip in the Call of Cthulhu stuff, or you reword it to where it's more like evilish, and then, to see if people catch it. Sometimes I miss it, and I'm like, wait, what'd she say? Okay. Really nice
She's
dynamic.
got 8 heads in the duffel bag right now.
Well, that means you can summon some zombies, and that'll be useful for protecting us from monsters.
I've been working on your graveyard. It's gonna be.
I'm so excited for my graveyard, and it's totally ethical because they're already dead.
And
fine.
It's recycling.
Fine.
Exactly.
Which is what Serene keeps saying. Like,
Also
she's
makes it super
herself.
easy.
Good.
Also makes it super easy to bring you gifts.
Yeah.
Get what you want every time.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bag
You
of
go away
It's in
somewhere.
gold.
Hey, I got you a hat.
I like that
Excellent.
she's a
Gilded in gold.
necromancer, but also, isn't she vegan or vegetarian? Like that.
She's vegetarian.
Yeah.
She doesn't believe in eating animals.
Serene
Only
is
resurrecting them from the dead.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
that's
sad
not the
when
same.
things
That's
die.
not the same. You're not
That's
eating them.
recycling. That's just
Yeah.
giving back to the earth.
They're already dead, and you're bringing them back. It's like healing a bit.
Yeah, you're right. Fair enough.
Giving life.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
giving.
I did have a
kind
question.
of life.
Uh-oh. What you got?
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. We haven't reviewed this for you. I know how everybody else got in the game. I don't know how Sophia got in a game, being
don't know
so
if we have that much
sheltered
time.
child.
Yeah.
She wanted to be able to make some friends, and her father figured that the internet is better than letting his only child out of the house to meet people. It keeps her contained.
Yeah.
He knows where she is the whole time while she's playing. He didn't know about the side effects that joining this game would have, poor guy.
Nobody did.
Yeah,
No.
suckers.
But in
So-
theory, it would be much safer than, letting her out and be influenced by the people out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh,
everybody outside
he doesn't
is
know
more
much about the
safe.
internet at all, does he?
Yeah, as a
No.
dad myself, I'm honestly not sure that was the right call. I'd much rather have my kids running around outside crazy.
I
he
would
was
hope
sheltered
you don't
too.
make a lot of the parenting decisions that her
yeah.
father's made.
I think
Yeah.
I think Sophie's dad might be a bad dad.
I think
Yeah,
everybody
but
on the
no
outside
way.
is
He does
safer.
it all out of love.
He shows love the best way he can.
Necromancy.
That's all we can do.
Necromancy, oh no.
And spells.
Yeah, and now she's hanging out with us, so
Mm. So, her life is full of positive adult role models. It's wonderful.
yep,
Oh, jeez.
yep. Hanging out with the girl who's always on shrooms and believes clothes are optional always.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And the cop who's turned vigilante, and
The dirty
Murder the
cop.
small boy.
This
Jason who
the slimy lawyer.
The slimy lawyer.
yeah, and the
we-
slime
We're
lawyer.
not good
And then
people, huh,
there's
guys?
Jason.
The struggled alcoholic.
No, you're not the good guys. I
mean-
think we are the good guys.
I think
I-
we're
We're not the
anti-heroes.
bad guys.
I
but
think
don't
Brent
we're good guys
really tries to
either.
be the hero, and unfortunately Brent couldn't join us today.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a lot of stuff going on, but I think he really tries to take his character to that level.
Mhm.
He's always been a good improv person, and he's done that a
Yeah.
lot. But
Mhm.
yeah, he's yeah. You guys have all taken your characters in good ways, and it's always interesting to see which way they turn every time we start another episode. But let's switch over to some other news we got. We started a Patreon, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
we
Finally.
did.
Right? You
It almo-
started it.
it
Don't
almost-
ask us.
It took us a year to
Pretty
do it.
exciting,
Yeah,
guys.
We did. Patreon.com/CNK, where you can just search Crumpets and Kerosene, and it'll take you right to it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Keep
we're
our
actually
lights
excited.
on.
We've
Yeah.
got a couple patrons already. Woo!
Woohoo!
Who do we got?
We've got two patrons who are who signed up for tier 2. They're becoming adventurers. So we want to give a thanks and a shout out to Debbie Seacrest and Dan Chivers for being our first patrons, first of many. So thank you, Debbie and Dan.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
we have
appreciate your alliteration. Only
Yeah.
D's allowed from now on.
Well,
No. Anybody can come in.
Typically,
There goes half of our market.
just
Don't
give
listen to
Leo
it.
the D and we'll take the
Don't-
rest.
Be in front of your name.
I set
Yeah.
myself up for this. I'm going.
Yeah, so
We'll
we,
just
we
put
got
a D in front of your name.
we
Thank
got
you,
a few tiers out
Delee
there.
and Ali.
We have we have creating a character, and you kind of get in there and you get access to our Discord that we have, and you can hang out with us, get pictures and stuff, artwork, ad-free episodes, which you've noticed. If you haven't noticed yet, we've got some ads in there from our 2 new players that we have joining us, and then the network that we're a part of. So if you're a Patreon, you don't have to listen to all that stuff. I'll just cut you straight into the episode. And then special dice giveaways that Jenna's doing on the Patreon, you'll have access to dice stuff. And if you're a long-term Patreon, you can get some dice down the road for being part of the crew. And, becoming an adventurer, it's a pretty good tier. It has all those previous things. And then you get some one-on-one time with our dice maker or myself. And you get a chance to help Jason set up, ideas for his campaign for his for hire. And then we also have join the party, and you get a little bit more stuff, more dice access, where you get exclusive dice sets that only are on Patreon that Jenna's
Ooh.
kindly added to that, and then won't be on the open market for a while. And then you get a chance to hang out with the whole cast, every 2 months. And you get a 3-hour game session with us to hang out, chill, and test things out. And we got some bigger tiers. We start from $6 and go all the way up to $100. It sounds insane, but the $100 one, you get to play on the show for 3 episodes. You get a whole bunch of other little benefits, full dice sets. You get to help me create an entire episode, so we can torment everybody on the show. Make life-turning choices for some of them, depending on what we plan out for that
Just
episode.
change their alignment,
Yeah,
whatever you
change,
want.
wipe out their life.
All the evil
Whatever you
back
want.
into
We'll do
Lee's
whatever you want for
character.
$100.
For $100, you can
Maybe
no,
month.
$100
$100
a month.
you can do whatever you want to.
There's-
$100 a month.
Well, someone put on their Patreon that for I think it was $500 they'd permanently kill someone's character, and someone actually paid it, and they had a
Aw.
whole episode where they off the guy's character, and it was literally legally bound to be gone forever. So sad.
That's
That must have hurt so
Wow.
bad for that guy. Hey, someone paid $500 to kill your character.
Honestly,
Yeah,
if someone
much they
paid
love
$500, I'd be fine with it.
Yeah,
I'd
you
be
would-
like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
make a new one.
You
If you
wanna
guys
be
hate it
friends?
Why?
much,
What did I do?
I think
Yeah,
there were like 45 episodes or 55 episodes in. It was super
They're
sad. but
probably
at the
ready
same
for new
time-
characters anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like if you did that to Merle, I would just
Contest
make the female version of Merle and name her Pearl.
just
Pearl.
put Junior after
Yeah,
Merle.
Merlette,
Here he
yeah.
is, Merle Junior.
Then the next month, someone killed off
Killed
Pearl, and then you
Pearl.
find out that Jackie's actually just paying to kill off your characters one by one.
$500, Jackie.
Seriously?
I don't know.
Great.
But we have Patreon. It'd be really nice to have some folks, and you can hang out with us individually, and our Discord, and help keep us with our editing. It does cost money to do a lot of the stuff that we do to make the quality of our episodes, where we have sound effects and good editing stuff, and it just helps us all around. So if you want to be a patron, come on and join us.
You'll also have access to 2 new
Oh,
Patreon
yeah.
shows. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll start
Um,
with Jason. Why don't you tell us about your little show you got?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Little, yeah, because they're kids. The game that I'm running is called Babies and Broadswords, and if you've listened to the regular podcast, you've already heard our character creation, our episode 0. All of the characters are babies. They're all in an orphanage together, and this season they're trying to solve the mystery of the missing toys. So it's very much a kind of a meta game. Imagine if you knew everything you knew now, but you were 4 years old, with all of your various adult psychosis packed into tiny little children. So it's a lot of fun. And I think I got a chance to listen to the first episode, and it is great. The cast is really getting into it, and I'm so excited about where these little tykes are going to go from here.
Yeah,
so that's one game you can get only on Patreon.
And it's a special system too. It's not like Fifth Ed. He made up the whole system. So
yeah, it's a new system that I created for the game. And I think as we get down the road and I kind of iron things out, I'll make the system available for Patreon folks. So if they want to also like get the basic rule set and stuff, and you can run your own games.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
I'm still ironing out the kinks. So that's down the road.
We'll work them out for you. Don't worry. By episode 10, we should be good to go. And then we also have another show. We haven't actually recorded it yet. We're just getting some stuff put together. Why don't you go ahead and tell us about your game, Allie?
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting because I have neither played nor DM'd this system before, but I'm going to be running.
God, you're now telling me this?
No,
No, go ahead.
I knew that. Yeah.
I know. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing Call of Cthulhu. Not much details yet since we haven't done anything yet, but I'm planning on setting it in the UK in the 60s.
Nice.
The 60s?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm so excited now.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at an interesting kind of mind control ritual for it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Oh,
well,
man,
Does that mean we all have to
MK
speak in
Ultra
our
in
own?
the 60s? Oh!
Not in London.
Does that mean we all have to UK accents? Like,
Oh,
Oh,
God.
I would
no,
love
no.
that so much.
Yeah.
Please do. Please
I
do.
don't know if
From
I'm
the Ringo, it up,
Awesome.
the drums.
I don't think I
I'm
can.
gonna start working on my
Try.
Scottish.
I'll try. We'll try.
Awesome.
But yeah, these shows will be coming out
I'm
on
John,
Patreon.
I'm in the band.
These episodes are Patreon exclusive, so we already got a couple up on Patreon right now. But as the months go on, we'll have more episodes uploaded. We'll try to have one new episode per week on the Patreon, and yeah, check it out. See what you...
And those bonus shows, you can get those on the first tier, right? So just
all tiers. You can get them from
on all tiers, but you
All
only have to
tiers.
sign up for the first tier. Yeah. So if you just
Yeah.
want more of us joking around on different campaigns, and you only need to give it like $3 a month. I mean, that's you
yeah.
spend
So
more on a cup of coffee at Dunkin's than that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
your first
It
tier.
This,
really
this is our
helps us
best
out.
PBS pledge drive.
It's
less than a
$3
cup of
a month.
coffee.
Yeah. Donate $70 and you'll get this tote bag. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Wait,
for,
should we start making tote bags?
Oh no!
Well-
Don't start putting that out there. We'll get some crazy person. That's a fucking
And
bag.
if we're being honest, though, they also, all the Patreons are going to have access to see Serene's new character art.
Oh yeah,
Worth
we
it.
we can't post that.
Worth it.
recap of what that might look like.
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
I forgot. We can't post that on the other one. So yeah, on the first tier,
We can't.
no, on the first tier you'll have Patreon, or you'll have access to the Discord. You'll have dice that you can exclusive dice to Patreon. You will also get a shout out at the end of episodes. Submit questions to the Dueling Dragons, which we'll be recording in the next month or so for episode 2 of that. Episode 3 of that. And then you get to help Jenna you get the exclusive dice set. So you get lots of options that you can do that aren't on her Etsy or the Maximum Roll webpage or any of those places that she has her dice out there. So again, join us on Patreon and get some cool stuff. And then, the giveaway. You know what?
Yeah, let's do the giveaway.
So
Yeah.
we put it out there, and I got 100 names in the hat here.
All right.
They're for the folks that did their stuff, so I can't really my camera. So
Drum roll, please.
All right.
Everyone make a fake drum roll on your desk. Come on now. You know how this works. Thank you.
Yeah, there it goes.
Thank you.
Audio. And then
My dog.
I'll keep all
There we
these
go.
in here so that every month we'll do a giveaway, and I'll just keep adding to the hat, or whoever's doing it on their side. Everybody in our group has some merch and stuff that they'll put out there for the hat, and then we'll do giveaways. So we have Black Void Studios. So we'll
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Black Void Studios.
Black Void, thank you for entering.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Black Void Studios.
Yeah. So
They just came out with this amazing Kickstarter, Black Void Studios, that you play as. It's a game you play as. It's Viking men, but it's all about examining toxic masculinity in cultures.
Oh.
Oh, I saw that. That's
pretty
amazing.
I haven't heard
That's great.
about
But
this.
it's focused.
That's cool.
Love it,
They
but I
just
check it out.
just got the Kickstarter like last month. It's amazing. But Black Void Studios, good job, guys. But that game looks
you.
fantastic. I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah.
I think also that they are fellow Scandinavians, so two
I think they are. Yes, I think they are. Yep.
Yay.
right on. So yeah, I'll send you a message after we're done with this, and then find out your address because I'm mailing it from Germany. And you'll get some of the Crumpets Kerosene merch. I got some really exclusive dice. Jenna can tell you about the dice, but they come in a container. They're sealed.
Yeah. The dice are actually out of print Chesic Gemini dice, the blue and orange. So I have recently realized that Chesic's dice appreciate in value. So hold on to those.
And here I am. I've been like sending them out to people. They're like, oh, the artists. I'm like, here's some dice and a shirt. And Jenna's like, oh, those are worth money. And I'm like, dang it. And I don't have.
Yeah, they have
You showed
collector
me, I was like,
sets.
those are
So-
going to be worth money, like
Yeah.
in like a year or two, right?
So
Like
the-
that, right? He's like,
when
what?
When you get the dice, they're still sealed in the package, unopened.
Ho, ho, ho.
It'll come with the dice bag. It came with it when I purchased them. So, congratulations. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. We'd just like to thank everybody for listening to our show for as long as, they have. And we've almost hit a year now. We got over 40 episodes out there. Between our Christmas and Halloween specials and our one-shot games that we've done, we got quite a few. So we're going to keep putting
listen
them
to
out
'em.
there. Yeah, we'll keep putting them out there. And
Please.
any suggestions, leave comments, let us know. And please like and subscribe.
And if you guys want to help us out, I think a lot of us just realized this. Download the episodes on your podcatchers. Apparently, if you just listen, we don't get the numbers. But if you download, that's how we get our numbers.
That'll be helpful.
So
You can delete it right away.
you can just delete it right off the bat.
Download it.
Download it, delete it, download it again. And then delete it.
So just download it,
doesn't
listen
quite
to the
work that
first
way.
2 minutes, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yep.
But we prefer you just to listen to the whole thing. But
I
listen
mean,
to
listen
a
to the
minute
whole
of
thing
it
if
at
you got the
least. Get past the intro and then see if you're still interested. And
Mhm.
so thanks everybody. Our next episode will be coming out next week. I'm editing it right now. It's going to be a really incredible, crazy one. Brent did some wild stuff in that one. Just blew my mind.
Uh-huh.
No, it wasn't. It was Seth. His character has done some wild stuff in that episode.
They've
So
all done some wild stuff. We all do wild stuff.
Not the one we just recorded. The one he's editing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That one you can look forward to.
I'm
I
hoping
think
the
I
one
know
we
which one you're
recorded-
talking about.
Yeah, I'm hoping the one we just recorded may be able to salvage. Unfortunately, our internet connections were bad, so I'm going to try to piece it together. And if not, I'm going to be so sad. But that'll be a Patreon release of the cuts that I can make of it because it was an amazing episode, probably one of the best
Yeah, I
we
don't
did
want
as a
to
group.
lose it.
Some wild stuff happening to it. So again, we'll get that out there next week. And thank you for joining us. And have a good rest of your day or morning or night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
Thank yous for listening to Crumpets and Kerosene. Join Jason and the Argonauts as the party make their way through Carlton Brew. Download us on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, Stitcher, Pocket Casts, and anywhere else you download your favorite shows. You can also follow us on Twitter at D&D_Crumpets, Instagram at Crumpets and Kerosene, Facebook, Crumpets and Kerosene Podcast, YouTube, Crumpets and Kerosene. We also have a website, crumpetsandkerosene.com. DM is Kelly Williams. Twitter and Instagram at infantry_kitchen. Jason is played by Brent Marquis. You can find him on Twitter at Brent Lee Marquis. Merle is played by Seth Nason. You can find him on Twitter at Nason_duh. Alora is played by Amanda Lee Baldwin. You can find her on Twitter at Lemonseed05. Sophie is played by Allison Webb. Quentin is played by Jason Cassidy. You can find him on Instagram at Dungeoneering with Jason. Serenity, Serene, is played by Jenna Marie. You can find her on Instagram at chaotic_click_clack.
Production of Crumpets and Kerosene is done in-house. Sound effects used in this episode are sourced from Epidemic Sounds and remastered on Vegas Pro 17, Adobe Edition, and Aphonic Sounds. Thank you for listening to this episode of Maximum Roll. Join us each week as we interview folks within the gaming and entertainment industry, such as writers, illustrators, artists, podcasts, Twitch and YouTube streamers, social media content creators, handcrafted gaming, apparel and merchandise, and much more. You can find Maximum Roll on Apple and Spotify and anywhere else you find your podcast. If you want to be interviewed on the show, just email us at maximumrollentertainment@gmail.com or Instagram at maximum_roll_entertainment_LLC. And if you like Maximum Roll, check out some of the other Dungeons & Dragons podcasts and streams on the Maximum Roll Entertainment Podcast Network, such as, you know what? I'm just going to let them tell you about their shows.
Hey, stop on by D&D420.com. We're a guild of role players brought and bound together by a common drive, the love of role-playing games. We bring our individual skills and personalities together to breathe life into the worlds and games created by our game masters. We also offer podcasts, such as Late Night with Jess and Jam. We have custom content, a bestiary for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons, and a Discord server where you can find games or just hang out and make new friends. That's D&D420.com.
Need some excitement on that morning drive to work? Welcome, adventurers, to Constructed Chaos, a live play Dungeons & Dragons podcast full of unpredictable antics, borking doggos, and engaging fantasy storytelling and roleplay. With sessions recorded in a professional studio setting, you'll feel every bit of the action and hear every snide remark by the snarky NPCs. Jump in and have a listen to our flagship campaign, The Wrath of Zealous, to help us construct some chaos.
We also have Adventurers Roundtable joining us on the network. If you have a podcast or a show that you want to join the network with, email us at maximumrollentertainment@gmail.com and we'll see what we can do. Take care.
In a world of magic and mystery, where danger lurks around every corner, a new type of hero emerges. Brave, resourceful, potty trained.
I pooped in my pants.
Well, maybe not potty trained. Coming soon only to the Crumpets and Kerosene Patreon, it's Babies and Broadswords.
Someone please, my pants, pooped in my pants.
Games like Dungeons & Dragons are more popular than ever, but with tons of rules, mountains of books, and so many dice, it can be hard to know where to get started. That's where Dungeoneering with Jason comes in. We're Dungeon Masters for hire. Take a break and let us run your next game. One-on-one tutorials are also available for new DMs. Contact Dungeoneering with Jason today. Adventure is just a click away.
Gee Willikers, critical fill again?
Psst, come here.
What, me?
Yeah, get over here. I sees you throwing those mundane polys. Now, I can hook you up with some real nice dice.
Oh, well, I don't know, mister.
Trust me. Now, I can't guarantee no nat 20s, but you're gonna look good rolling these bones.
Next time you're on Instagram, Facebook, or Etsy, search Chaotic Click Clacks and peruse our exotic array of handmade gaming dice. That's Chaotic Click Clacks, where we want to be your clack dealer.